everybody. Welcome to episode 8 of We Like to Podcast.
Yeah, we're well beyond the regions of Star Wars now.
Seriously, man. We put that to rest in episode 4.
I just like to keep on your toes.
Oh, my goodness. I'm Arvin.
I'm Ben.
And so, the intro that you just saw is something that hasn't happened for us yet.
Right. We're going to a party tonight. Concert / our birthday party.
Yeah, both of our birthdays.
I know Karate and Buck Brothers are playing at the Chubby Pickle tonight, which is going to be a great show. We hope. We hope it was showing it as a great show.
Exactly. So, updates on our website.
Right.
Or soon-to-be updates on our website.
Right.
Ben came up with a really cool idea.
Thank you.
Yeah. Basically, we've been getting a lot of emails from a lot of different people from all over the world, which is just fantastic. And we were thinking of creating a map of all of our viewers.
Yeah, just somewhere where we can show all the cool places where people are watching the show from and emailing us from. And
people that actually have Wiis in these countries.
Right, and so if you do have a Wii and watch the show and you're from somewhere not Windsor, Ontario, send us an email so we can put your pin on the map.
Yeah, and for those of you that already sent us emails, we ask that you give us permission to either, if you don't want your name on there, or if you just want to give us a little bit more detailed description of where you live, we can get a little more accurate.
Right, we'll send you off emails about that.
Yeah.
You know who you are.
Exactly.
Right.
Also, we love the support that you guys are giving us. The emails are fantastic. They let us know that you are watching the show.
And you like us.
Yes, but we're hoping that you'll dig us.
Yeah.
If you don't know the social news website, digg.com, it's just a social news website where people, just like you, are the ones that promote the stories that get pushed up onto the front page. And also they have a podcast section, which we are a member of. So if you're not on Digg, get on Digg. And if you have already dug us, thanks a lot. Yeah. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, it's a good way to get us a little bit of publicity, and Digg is just a cool site to find news anyway.
Yeah, so if you are not already on there, you should definitely get on it.
Right. Okay, so we're going to get into the week in review?
Let's get into the week in review.
Okay.
First story I got for you is a pretty interesting comparison. Res 4 is coming out in about 19th or 20th, and forget which website. Wii Nintendo put up a little story about a comparison between Res 4 for the Gamecube and Res 4 for the Wii, graphical comparison. It's pretty interesting to see. You should be seeing it right now on the show. But you can see that they've really touched nothing in terms of graphics. Aside from in enabling 16:9 mode, there's really no difference visually in the game whatsoever. So you can see that Capcom really just, they threw on the Wii controls, which, from what I hear, are actually very, very good. It adds a new level to the game, and at the reduced price, it's definitely worth picking up, which I know I am going to. Yeah. But this just kind of shows that, as of right now, Capcom hasn't put anything forward on the graphics table.
But really, I mean, it is a port, and it is cheaper.
Yeah.
And, what do you want from these people? They made it cheaper for you. I think that, why not?
Yeah, and from what I've seen thus far, the game looks awesome.
Right. I mean, it looked good on the Cube anyway.
Exactly. So, with the added Wii controls, bonus.
Right. Okay, so we were a little let down last episode about the so-called updates for Smash Brothers. But we have a little bit of an update that's real. They've been announced, the control schemes, which is really cool. There's going to be 4 different ways to use controllers. You could do Wiimote and Nunchuck. You could do just the Wiimote. You could do the Virtual Console controller, or you could do the GameCube controller. So it gives you a lot of options.
Yeah, that's really cool in that I know I only own 2 Wii remotes, but I also own 2 GameCube controllers. So it gives me the ability to play Smash Brothers with 4 people without having to buy the extra Wii remotes. Right,
which is really good. And also, a lot of the complaints I hear from people who aren't big Wii fans is that they think it's really gimmicky. With, all it is they're making games that work with the Wiimote, and it's going to be tired soon enough. And I think this shows that it's not just about making games for the Wiimote. They're making a solid game, we hope. It looks like it's going to be a lot of fun, and it can be the Wiimote, or you don't have to use the Wiimote. And I mean, that shows that the Wii is more than just a gimmick.
Yeah, like, I don't see any other console that has this level of freedom in terms of how you can choose what you want to play.
Right.
Or how you want to play. So, I mean, kudos to them on that.
Yeah.
A little bit of an update on the homebrew scene. Unfortunately, still no Wii homebrew that's specifically running on the Wii hardware itself, but in terms of the GameCube aspects, they've been able to run homebrew for a while. But now they're hoping to get DVD playback on the Wii working through GameCube homebrew. Basically what will happen is you'll use a DVD to boot yourself into GameCube Linux, and then using the not so legal Linux DVD playback stuff, because technically licenses and all that jazz, but you'll actually be able to play DVDs back in your GameCube, in your Wii in GameCube mode running Linux.
Right.
Just a little off project that people are working on. Kind of cool.
It's cool. I mean, we spoke a lot before about homebrew and how we support it, and I mean, just shows that it's cool that people are still working on this stuff.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, and once they finally get to run homebrew directly on the Wii, we're going to see some interesting stuff.
Hopefully. Okay, so one of the things I was worried about when I bought the Wii was for online games, it was really cool how in the Xbox, how you could have the headset. I played a little bit of Halo with the first Halo on Xbox, and you could talk to people, and that was really cool. And I was there really wasn't much said about it, but it looks like now we are going to get a headset, which is going to be really cool. Most likely, it's going to be Bluetooth. That's what makes the most sense. I mean, that's how the Wii remotes work.
Exactly.
Which really gives us a lot of options for how they might want to put it together.
Oh yeah, big time wireless freedom.
It's not officially official, but it's pretty much in the bag. It's something you can expect to be coming sometime soon.
Yeah, especially once we finally get some online games.
Right.
So a doctor woke up and realized that he was having stiffness and soreness in his shoulder area, and thought to himself, well, I haven't been playing any strenuous sports. What could possibly be the problem? To which he realized, wait a minute, I was playing my Wii for like 6 hours straight.
As you should.
Yeah, as you should. This doctor's name is Dr. Julio Bonis, and he has coined the term Wiiitis. Okay, so he wrote an article for the UK, or the New England Journal of Medicine.
Well-respected journal.
Yeah, about his findings of this
Right.
Wiiitis, which he calls it, which his prescription, and this was his prescription for a remedy for Wiiitis, is a week's worth of ibuprofen and not playing the Wii for a week.
This guy's got to be really out of shape.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, we're young guys, okay, so maybe we can't relate, but I don't know many people who hasn't, not been very active for a while, and then their friends get together and they go to the park and play some kind of a sport, work too hard, and the next day you're sore and stiff, and you're like, wow, I'm an idiot, I shouldn't have done that. Like, it's not news.
Yeah, in my opinion, this guy's just trying to get published, and he's coining off of the publicity of the Wii, and it's just dumb.
It's like the guy when you're at a party and your cell phone rings, and you've got it in your hand, and he turns to you and says, hey, your cell phone's ringing. Thanks. Thanks to that guy.
Yeah, so to Dr. Julio Bonis.
Yeah. You know what? You made the New England Journal. Good for you.
Yeah.
You also made We Like to Podcast, but you look like a jerk.
Yeah, come on.
So, what's more important?
So we don't have a We Teach You this week.
We don't. What we have instead
is...
you might have heard it was Arvin and my birthday just last week. Arvin was nice enough for my birthday to get me a charging station, which is awesome. It's the Nico version, which he did a little research and it seemed to look like the best. What we decided to do, and Arvin will back me up on this one. Hey, Arvin.
Hey.
All right. What we decided to do was take it out of the box with you, the viewer, do a few tests, like see how long it lasts, see what we really think about it, and let you know our little review of this product. Okay, so the pieces. We got battery number 1, check. We got the back case number 1 with a little hole so that we can use it against the backing there, check. Battery number 2, and battery cover number 2, more plastic, more plastic, more plastic, and the station itself. Pretty station. I like this. That's nice and small. requirements, you should fully charge both battery packs before using. Please note it will take from 3 to 5 complete charges before the battery achieves its full charge capacity. That's something good to know. 1.5 to 2 hours to fully charge, and the two batteries require, one battery requires 1.5 to 2 hours, and two batteries requires 3.5 to 4. Maximum convenience, place the remotes back in the charge station after each use to ensure the batteries remain at full charge. That's good. I like when batteries do that. LED charge indicators: blue, the unit is charging; green, it's fully charged; no light, no Wiimote in the cradle. Okay, so here's the long cord. Actually, that's a pretty long cord. I like that cord. It's nice. So that means you have to go like this. Haha! Success! And there's the new back with the shiny metal piece.
Focus. There we go. Yeah.
Sorry, okay, new back. It says Nico. Shiny little metal piece. It's got a little rubbery grip, so hopefully that will stay nice, who knows, in my hand. And this is number 2 remote, so that goes on the number 2 spot. And it's blue! The light is blue. And they're both glowing blue, which is good. I like that. So, you know, that looks kind of nice. I think it looks nice there. You know, it's not too big. It's sleek. It's all white with this nice gray bottom, and it's got 2 nice glowing blue lights. And I guess this is all for round 1. We're going to give you updates. At least I'm going to give you updates. And they're not going to look this good quality because I'm just going to do it on a webcam from my house so Arvin doesn't have to drag all his equipment here every time. But we're probably going to do a few updates. And then we're going to do a final conclusion where Arvin and I will give our final judgments. So thanks for tuning in. Happy birthday, me.
So we got ourselves an email
Right.
from a person named Addis from Latvia.
Right, which is awesome.
Yeah, pretty sweet. And he was basically saying games are horribly expensive out there.
Right.
So we wanted to get our opinion of what the good games to buy are.
Right. We've talked about a lot of games on the podcast, but we've done a lot of bashing and whining and complaining about why they're not so great. That email made us realize that we haven't actually talked about the games we really do like. Mm-hmm. So it inspired us to do our We Like to Podcast Top 5 Games.
Mm-hmm. So we are still casual gamers. So these are the games that we've really gotten very involved with. We've played them almost, mostly all the way through, and we've, spent extensive time with them. We've played a lot of games, mind you, but these are the ones that we've actually played extensively.
Extensively, yeah. And there still are a few games that we haven't tested, and there are some games that we've only played for a little bit.
Yeah, and some of which are doing really, really well.
Right, but these are just the games we think are solid buys.
Mm-hmm. So number 5 on the list is WarioWare. This is the first WarioWare title I've ever played, and I've played it by myself as well as I played it with up to 12 people at a party once. And if you want a multiplayer, solid, fun, game, then this is the one to get, for sure.
It's the kind of game that you look at it and you think it's going to be stupid, and you think someone just threw this together and wasn't even thinking about it, but you have to play it to realize how fun it is. Which is a great game. Okay, game I really liked. I played it for a long time. I rented it. I'm probably going to buy it when I get some cash. Was Prince of Persia. It's the 3rd in the series. I haven't really played much of the first ones, but this game got me right from playing it right off the bat. The controls are pretty cool with the Wii. After playing it for about an hour or so, it was like second nature. It's got a pretty fun storyline. It's action-packed, first-person shooter style game. I would recommend that one for sure. Number 4.
Numero 3, or trois, or 3 for English people, is for me Trauma Center. I didn't play the DS version, but I really like the Wii version. It's, if you don't know Trauma Center, you're basically using the Wii remote and the nunchuck and performing surgeries. It's very fun. It's very simple, but it can get very intense just as the game progresses. And I don't know. For me, it was just a solid player. It's a pick up and play anytime, and every time I pick it up, I have to backtrack a little bit just to get myself back into it. But it's just, you move forward, and it's a fun game to play, and it's a game where you can just put it down and pick it up anytime and play it.
Right. Number 2, this is a huge game.
Oh, of course.
Such a great game, Zelda, the new one, Twilight Princess. It's a solid game all the way around. Great story, great gameplay. It was really long. It took a long time to beat, so we got a lot of gameplay out of it. It looked great. It felt great. Anyone who likes Zelda at all, or even if you don't know Zelda very much, it's a great game.
This is, by far a hands-down no-brainer. Buy it.
Yeah, for sure. If you've got the money and you see it there, it's going to give you at least a good 40 hours of gameplay. And it's the kind of game that I'm actually thinking about starting to play it again, because it was that fun.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And then it's got to be the number one.
We keep going back to it.
And it really is the reason that the Wii has gained the publicity it has.
True.
There's absolutely no game that hasn't dominated as much as this game has, and it's Wii Sports.
Wii Sports. I mean, for a game that comes with a system when you buy it, it's got some faults. Boxing isn't great. It's kind of hard to fiddle with it, but I mean, it's fun.
It is.
It's fun on your own. It's fun with people.
I bowled up for about an hour today, and it was just, you go back to it over and over and over again.
We've mentioned many times what the great features are about it. You can play a quick game if you want. If you just have 20 minutes to play, you can play some tennis, play some bowling. If you got a bunch of people over, it's fun for everyone to do it. It's easy to pick up. It really displays the functionality of the Wiimotes.
And there is a surprising level of depth.
There is.
To all the games, especially bowling and tennis, and all of the training modes and everything. I know that I'm trying to get platinum and everything, and it's tough.
Right. Great game.
And just to veer off a little bit on this is just that I know people, and for the majority of people that are out there, they associate the Wii with Wii Sports because it is the game that everybody plays.
Right.
So it's the reason why it's number 1.
True.
So that's our top 5.
Top 5 Wii games that we would definitely recommend someone to buy. Yeah.
Oh wait, except we do have one honorable mention.
Okay.
And that's a game that I got to play a little bit more in depth, and that's Elebits.
I played that just the one time.
Yeah, and it's a solid, fun game that just, I don't know, lets you kind of explore the intricacies of the Wii using the Wii remote, and yeah, so Elebits is definitely a game that people should at least play. Rent, give it a go.
I think along the lines of what you said, how it really lets you use the Wiimote. To me, it showed almost opened the door to the possibilities of what games might be coming.
Yeah, exactly. And with the same team doing Dewey's Adventure, which is looking fantastic.
That looks awesome.
You can see that this was a really good learning experience for them to really start developing for the Wii.
Yeah. So that's pretty much
the episode. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you don't like our little ending segment, now's your time to leave.
Yeah. Somebody mentioned to me after the last episode that we sounded a little bit cocky or
not intended.
Not intended.
No.
We totally respect the people that don't like this.
We're trying to be funny.
And trying being the operative word. And at this point, there really is not much more than this section.
There isn't anymore.
You can shut it off if you want.
Yeah.
But we're just gonna keep on going.
All right, let's bash the PS3.
Bash the PS3. What do you got?
Okay. So I don't have all the details on this, but I think it's a pretty interesting story. Toshiba, which does the HD DVD players, lowered the price on their base model to about $300. Right? They want to start selling these things. They want to outsell the Blu-ray. This was their plan. So Sony, in retaliation, lowered their base model Blu-ray player to I think somewhere around $500. Still not really competition, but they want to try. But that's cheaper than the PS3, which I know a bunch of people bought the PS3 because it was a cheap Blu-ray player.
Right.
They seem to just be shooting themselves in the foot.
Yeah, I remember actually on Dig there was a story about the most descriptive and most accurate PS3 ad they've ever seen, and it was in the UK. And the ad said, Sony PlayStation 3, Blu-ray player. At the bottom it said, it also plays games.
Yeah.
And it's absolutely accurate.
Right.
And with the fact that they've reduced the price of their lowest player, they should have reduced the price of the PS3.
They should have done that anyway.
Yeah, I mean, going back to last week's Bash the PS3, you know, the analysts say that you have to reduce the price. And if you're going to reduce something, it should have been that.
Right. So that's the show.
That's pretty much it.
Wish us luck on our party tonight. If
Yeah.
you're, you know, if you felt like you missed out, you know, hopefully we'll put pictures up or something.
Yeah, it should be fun. Also, join the Facebook group.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Yes.
so if you're not on Facebook, you have to be on Facebook.
Yeah.
Everybody in the world's on Facebook. It destroys MySpace.
Yeah. You can read my little blog for this week and see my Facebook adventures.
Yes, exactly. So if you're not on Facebook, get on Facebook. And if you are, just search for We Like the Podcast. We're on there.
All right.
All right. So I'm Arvin.
And I'm Ben.
Thanks for watching We Like the Podcast.
Hey, in case you guys didn't know, that song right there, that's the theme song to a Kick-Ass Podcast. We Like to Podcast. Ben and Arvin in the house. And Nintendo. Happy birthday to those two guys. They never like to play with their Wii, whatever. I love playing with a Wii. What are we even talking about? I don't even know anymore.